The Toronto Paramedic Union is sounding the alarm on the shortage of ambulances available to that city. The union issued a code red last night to indicate the wait time for an available ambulance was 28 minutes, and that is the second code red that has been issued for the city of Toronto just this month. Let's bring in Albert Delatella, who's following this story. So, Albert, what more do we know about that code red?
Yeah, Hannah, well, the union, they're calling attention to an incident during the code red that was issued for the city for part of yesterday. That's what happens when there are no transport ambulances available for the entire city. They posted on social media that there was a call for an unconscious elderly person. The wait time ended up being more than 28 minutes, with an ambulance from Peel region west of the city ultimately having to be called in. The union had just said on YouTube, a YouTube video posted 5 days earlier that the city's paramedics are underfunded and dangerously understaffed. They said, meaning paramedics are overworked and there aren't enough ambulances available at those times. And earlier this month, after another code red, the union told CBC News it was concerned that shortage meant Toronto was potentially unprepared for an event involving mass casualties, let alone for normal operations. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow, she was asked about this earlier today. She said there are a number of issues that could lead to this bottleneck for paramedics.
A lot of ambulances are stuck at the emergency ward in any number of hospitals. As a result, they're just there waiting to offload a patient into the hospital, into the care of the hospital. It's a great problem because the emergency ward has no room. There's not enough emergency bed. As a result, ambulance folks cannot offload, and as a result, they are just sitting there waiting.
Chow says the problem is not something the City of Toronto can solve on its own since it doesn't control the hospitals. And she says also that a number of other emergency services are also having to wait at emergency wards like fire and police services.
And Albert, the Toronto Paramedic Union says this is just a part of a growing problem.
Yeah, and they've released some statistics, Hannah, to put this into perspective. They say that last year alone there were 2,492 code reds, meaning during those times there were no ambulances available in the entire city. The year before, in 2021, there were 1,139 code reds. And it's not just the risk to patients. They also say this has led to a 26% increase in occupational stress injuries among paramedics. And in terms of those call times, the main focus here, they say that they've gone up from 11 minutes and 25 seconds in 2017 to 14 minutes and 11 seconds in 2022. That's an increase of nearly 3 minutes. And of course, with medical emergencies, every second counts, Hannah.
Okay, Albert Delatella, thank you.
You're welcome.